Hey guys, my name is Nathan, but you probably already know that. The book that I'll be talking about today is called Lord of the Flies, and it's by this guy named William Golding, and it was written in 1952. Lord of the Flies is set with the backdrop of some international war, but you can guess that it's World War II, probably because it was published like 8 years after World War II ended. As for the location, Lord of the Flies does mention Britain a lot, way more than any other country, which is none. They never mention any other country. Golding lived in Britain, so that's probably why. The main characters are also implied to be from Britain, and they also say that the British are the best at everything. So now on to the actual plot of the book. At first I thought this book was about this like mad science experiment gone wrong, and there was this giant fly that just takes control of the United States government. Actually, just about these like boys that are stranded on an island, and Lord of the Flies is actually referring to this pig head that one of the boys hallucinates in front of. So very, very different expectation versus reality. So the boys that get shipwrecked, they're from like 6 to 12-ish years old. The protagonist, Ralph, he becomes the leader pretty much immediately. And there's also this choir group in there led by this guy named Jack. Ralph and Jack have like differing ideologies on what it means to be a leader. Ralph is more of like the, I want to be a good leader and actually do stuff. And Jack is more like, let's hunt and have fun and kill things, you know? So yeah, obviously their differing ideologies are gonna drive a wedge in between them later, but that doesn't happen quite yet. Right now, Jack just kind of accepts Ralph as the main leader. He's like, okay, I still lead the choir, it's whatever. Also, one of the really little boys, he's scared of like this thing in the jungle. He calls it like a beastie, and they later just call it the beast. And they initially dismiss it. They're like, it's just like a snake or something, probably. But over the course of the novel, the boys just get driven like more and more insane by the beast. It doesn't even exist. There is no beast. It's their own minds that just dream up the beast. I guess there's a metaphor in there somewhere. And then there are some other main characters too. There's this short guy named Piggy. He's like pretty much like Ralph's best friend. Well, I wouldn't say friend. And Piggy's always talking about rules and stuff. And he has glasses which they use against his will to make a signal fire. It's for the greater good. And then there's another boy named Simon. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna torture you guys like that. I'm not gonna put in a picture of Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks. He's seen as some kind of loner. He does what he wants, but he has some pretty solid ideals. Like, he's one of the only sane people in the book. Piggy and Simon are like the voices of reason, which is probably why both of them die later. Sorry, spoilers. So after the group gets relatively situated on the island, Jack gets kind of driven insane by his bloodthirst of hunting. They go completely bonkers, killing this one pig, and that's the one I was talking about, that, like, they take the head of it and they put it on a stick and they call it the Lord of the Flies. Yeah, so Jack and the choir just kind of take over the group a little later, and they're all just doing hunting and stuff, and they just kind of kick Ralph and Piggy out. And Simon, like I said, he just kind of does his own thing. He imagines the pig head talking to him, and it tells him stuff like, humans are the real beast, and the kids are having too much fun. You know, like little words of wisdom that you could just like hang up in a kitchen or something, look out while you cook. So later, Ralph and Piggy, they sneak back into the group to eat with them, and at the giant feast that they're having, everyone is having so much fun reenacting this pig hunt that happened that they kill Simon in all the commotion. Like, all of them take part in killing Simon. Also, Piggy dies a little later.
Nobody likes to see their favorite anime character die.
So Ralph is pretty much on his own. Eventually, he has to run from Jack's minions. Jack's like, go, minions, capture Ralph and kill him. But then, as Ralph is running away from everyone, he stumbles upon a naval officer who was there to rescue them. And he's a little disappointed that two of them died. But Golding asks this, are the soldiers fighting in the war that the officer is any less innocent than Ralph and the others are? Does the naval officer really have any right to be disappointed when he's also killing people? More people, in fact. Anyway, it's also interesting to see Ralph's development as a character. At first, he establishes rules as a leader and believes that they should help the group to stay civilized, you know, with rules and stuff. But over time, the rules don't work, and people kill other people. Ralph included, you know? And after denying that he had any part in Simon's death, he has to accept that humanity, himself included, can do bad things. And he needs to do these bad things, like injuring other kids, to escape from Jack's minions at the end. So that's pretty much the plot and how Ralph's character develops. I couldn't really talk that much about the story with all, like, the details and everything. Like, there was a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't really go over 5 minutes. In fact, the 5-minute timer is almost up. But, guys, make sure to smash that like button, make sure to subscribe, make sure to comment below who your favorite anime character was in Lord of the Flies, and, 100 really wouldn't be that bad.